All right, Obamacare. Now you heard the MIT guy, Gruber, saying, you know what, we conned everybody. They weren't paying attention. They don't really care. And it's not what it was sold as. And you say?
This is exactly what conservatives have been saying for 4 years. What we're hearing now is the true voice of liberal arrogance. They believe this. They believe that the voters are stupid, as he said. And they believe that they know the right way. They have to lead the masses to the promised land, and they can only do it by deception. And that's what he said openly. We wanted to get the bill. We didn't care about how we did it. So we lied about everything. We lied about if you can keep the plan, knowing that you can't keep your plan. We lied about the fact that this would be a transfer of wealth, a massive transfer of wealth, because as Gruber said, had they known that, it would never have passed. They lied about every aspect of this. And I think that is what has been charged all along, and it is a scandal of the media that this has to be discovered in the 6th year of the presidency rather than talked about at the time when it was obvious they were lying about all this. The idea of it being a transfer of wealth was known from the beginning, but they got away with it.
But really, they didn't get away with it because the new Congress is going to gut the bill. And if there's a new president who's a Republican, and I even think if Hillary Clinton is elected president, they'll have to redo Obamacare because they're going to tie it around her neck, particularly in a debate situation around Mrs. Clinton's neck. Are you supporting this? Would you change it? Tell us how. So I don't think Obamacare is going to last a long time in this country, Charles.
Well, I don't either, and I do think probably the fatal blow will come from the Supreme Court. That's the key thing. In June, we will get a ruling on whether the government is allowed to offer subsidies from the federal Obamacare exchange.
Right.
Without that, it collapses.
And people should know that the Supreme Court justices watch the news. All right, and they heard Mr. Gruber, particularly John Roberts, okay, who Gruber now makes look like a fool.
Gruber himself said in a different tape, at a different occasion, that the intent of the law was only to give subsidies to those people who signed up on state exchanges. The government's case, which is a flimsy one, is that no, we really intended it to be everybody. Gruber admits, one of the guys who put the law together, that it was intentional, it wasn't a typo, it wasn't a mistake.
No, and everybody knows
that, I think, is devastating.
Right. Okay. Finally, President Obama